It's the last Saturday of April. Can you believe that? It's already the end of April. How time flies when you're, I guess when you're living. I don't really know. I can't really say when you're having fun, but time flies. Happy Saturday. It's a good day. We've been up, been out, got some stuff ready for Tyson to come over. Check out my post on Facebook. He's got some Mexican food coming, and it looks great. And you should check that out. I'm doing great. It's been a good morning. Last night, Friday night sometimes get tough, for me, and my mind goes into overdrive. But coming off it was a good week. This week was better than last week, and that's all you can really ask for sometimes. That's life. It's ups and downs. I mean, if you didn't have a chance to read Shame and When Sue Cries and the blog in between there about Karma and Kai, I really, really recommend that you do. I think it's some powerful stuff and some good emotions, and it really, really will help you understand what I'm going through and how I feel, and what's going on with me. And I just think it's important. If you're on the journey, you're on the journey. If you're not, you're not. I don't have the luxury of knowing who reads and who doesn't, so it doesn't really matter. I post all that stuff out there for me anyway, and this is my journey and my roadmap, and whatever. But I just want to touch base, as I try to be as positive as I can be, and for me that's really hard. It's a battle. I've never been a positive person. I've always had an overactive imagination, always been mistrusting, and haven't really believed in the people around me. I think I can point to several times in my life where, people inevitably let me down, and has built this thing where I really don't trust a whole lot of people, and when people let me down, they let me down hard. And even though I go through the motions of acting like everything's hunky-dory, it's not. And, it is what it is, That's how I am, it's who I am. I can't really apologize for that, but it's a learned trait over years and years. And maybe it's just my ultimate Corleone, Michael Corleone dedication that, you just don't trust anyone. You keep your enemies closer than your friends, and that's just who I am, I guess. But, I'm trying to get away from that. I'm trying to be positive, and I know I have some really great people in my life, and I'm lucky to have those people in my life. And I've got a good support cast that believe in me, and I'm wanting to drink the Kool-Aid, but like it came abundantly clear to me yesterday, and talking to Sue, is that I don't, and I don't necessarily drink my own Kool-Aid, and I don't necessarily believe in myself, and I think, all this anger that I have, and I can sit there, and I was in there blaming this person and that person, and yelling and pissed off because so-and-so hadn't said something, and this, that, and the other, and, the conspiracy theories, and people out to get me, and, people laughing behind my back, and all that shit. And, Sue often does, just calmly called me out and said, I think this is all about you being angry at yourself for not reaching your goals and not being and doing and who you want and think you should be right now. And she's like, you're doing the only thing you can possibly do, and that's move forward. And it was really a breakthrough, and I was on the verge of tears because as my plan was yesterday, I went in there and I rained hellfire down on her. Not on her, but just I was gonna be 100% honest because I trust and I love that woman, and it's just, and so I went in there and said what I had to say, and it was really quite liberating, and you know, I think we all have our issues, we all have our hang-ups, and it's just whether or not we choose to work through those and choose to believe that we deserve the things that we want in our lives. And for the longest time, for whatever reason, I didn't think I deserved to be healthy. I didn't think I deserved to be thin. I didn't think I deserved to be loved. And I don't know where that came from, why it came from, why my life has my my mind's built a prison that I've lived in for the last 20 years. I don't know. I can't answer any of those questions. And those aren't really the important questions. The important questions is what are you going to do about it now? And how are you going to deal with it now? And how are you not going to let it beat you? And that's all. That's what I have to focus on is how do I take care of myself? How do I put myself in my best possible situation for success? And how do I keep moving forward? I mean, it was such a good week. Just such a good week, and I can't begin to stress, even though sometimes my writing makes it seem like it's the end is nigh, and I'm not doing. It's funny. I mean, I'm not doing that for fucking attention. I'm not doing it so that you feel sorry for me or anything like that. I'm doing it because it's what I feel, and it's how I feel, and it's whether it's justified or unjustified, whether you believe it or not. It doesn't fucking matter. I mean, I'm not doing this for the attention. I'm doing it because this is the only way I know how to save my life. And the things I know is when I have had success in weight loss, when I have had success in training, I've done one consistent thing. I've written about it, and I've talked about it, and I've been honest about it, and my struggles and my plight. And I'm going to just keep doing that. And honesty, I think that's a huge principle. Being fearless, being free to do those things and to want to do them, and those are my principles of life, and that's what I have to adhere to. And it's just like I said, it's been there's ups and downs, and that's the journey. That's life. I mean, there's ups and downs. We all have them. And the truth is I think I'm unique in the fact that I'm actually willing to talk about mine. That I'm not a coward and I don't hide that. And I'm not afraid to share with the world exactly how fragile I am. Because I am fragile, and I am sensitive, and I am all these things that make me me. And I'm not, no reason to be ashamed. I mean, I am what I am, and the world will inevitably move on from that point. So for me now, the focus is, keep exercising, keep moving. After last week's bike ride, I'm starting to question the fact of whether or not maybe I jumped back on that thing too soon. But I'll go out again tomorrow and just see how it goes and see how my poor little butt holds up. Because it's still hurting. And get another walk in. I'm debating whether I walk or if I swim today. It's fucking gorgeous out there. I'm not going to spend too much more time in here. I know that. But I just wanted to report on some things and just kind of give some updates. And I've been swimming again, and it's great. And I feel so comfortable and so alive in the pool, and at least getting 2 or 3 swims in a week, and that's huge. Getting 1 or 2 walks in, and a bike ride. I need to start going back to a spin class, and I'm going to try to do that either this week or next. It's getting myself up at 5 in the morning, and I'm not convinced that's what I want to do, but I think it's the only way I can make it work. But that's really not. So I think the exciting things is I've been working with Tyson for 6 weeks, and it's been amazing. I just want to throw some things out there. I haven't binged in 6 weeks. Fact. I can't say I haven't gone through a drive-through because I just went through one. I haven't eaten fast food, and I don't consider getting a cup of coffee from McDonald's eating fast food. I might be drinking it for 6 weeks. The last time I had fast food was the first day I met with Tyson before he got to my house. I stopped and got 2 Whoppers with bacon and housed those motherfuckers before he ever got here because I was afraid that I'd never be able to eat good food again. And not that I've eaten a burger and fries since. I've had a burger last Saturday. I had a burger yesterday from Whole Foods. But everything I eat's either from Whole Foods or from him, and it's made a difference. I feel a hell of a lot better. My body's starting to react and appreciate the goodness that I'm giving it, and it's pretty exciting stuff. Being a food addict and being a chronic binger, not doing that for 6 weeks is huge. Not eating McDonald's, Burger King, Jack in the Box, any of those for 6 weeks is huge. And it's making a difference. I feel it in my body. I feel it in my clothes. I feel it in my heart and in my soul. And I feel better about myself. I haven't had a soda in 6 weeks. That is huge. So I'm starting to think, what do I eliminate next? And I'm pretty sure artificial sweeteners, because I still have been using a lot of Sweet and Low kind of crap. What is it? Equals. I like the blue shit. Equal. I'm not going to put any more rat poisoning in my body. So, that's good. I mean, that's really good stuff. And I have to get back to some basic principles and have to focus more on my visualizations and trying to build this positive mind, because I can't get to where I'm going. I know I can't get where I'm going without believing in what I'm doing. And I'm going to get to where I'm going. And whether or not I have the body of Adonis in the future or anything like that, doesn't matter. I'm going to be thinner. I'm going to be healthier. And I'm going to be happier. And I'm going to be able to go out and achieve my dreams. And, I take a step back and I think about some of the stuff I wrote this week about being ashamed. I am ashamed. I'm ashamed of how I look. I'm ashamed of how I feel. I'm ashamed that I'm 38 years old and alone. I'm ashamed that I feel like I'm alone because of my size. I'm ashamed that, I have trouble getting in and out of my car. I'm ashamed that standing up for long periods of time hurts my body. I'm ashamed that I can only ride 3 miles on a bike. I'm ashamed of all these things. I'm going to be ashamed sitting on the airplane with the little Southwest ticket sitting next to me telling people they can't sit next to me because I'm too fat. I'm going to be ashamed of all that stuff. And I am ashamed of all that stuff. And, it's okay. I mean, it's part of it. I mean, part of the reason I'm doing this is so I'm not ashamed anymore, so that I do feel better about myself, um, so that I can love myself. Because how could I ever expect anybody else to love me if I don't love myself? Um, and I have to drink my own Kool Aid, and I'm starting to do that. And I understand. I do. But I think there's hope, and I think 6 weeks is a good measuring stick for where we're going and what we're doing and how we're doing it. And I couldn't be happier about my progress right now. And I don't know why this felt like when I was thinking about what I was going to say earlier, it felt so much more energetic. I feel like I don't have any energy now, and I'm kind of sucking the life out of everything. But what are you gonna do? We'll keep fighting, and we'll get there. And tomorrow will be a new day, and today's a new day, and we're gonna go outside and get in that sun and enjoy it. Um, and tomorrow we're gonna go meet up with our friends and do a little biking, a little walking. Although I have a feeling I'll be doing a lot more walking than they are because they're gonna bike for an hour, and I'm hoping to bike for 35 minutes. And I will have a great ride for 35 minutes. I've got to put that up here, and I'm running on. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm out of here. Um, but think about that. 6 weeks. I've been dedicated, and since September 11th, 2013. I'm absolutely changing my life, and as I foresaw, there'd be people that come and go, and there are, and but I'm not on an island alone, and I won't be. And like I said, there's anger. I'm angry at myself, at a lot of people, but there's hope, and there's happiness, and there's a lot of love for a lot of people, and I'm going to go to the very end. I'm going to go to the very fires of Mordor. I'm going to go to the Death Star at the end of Jedi. I'm going to make it to the Dark Tower, and I'm going to see my dreams come true. One day, one step at a time, And 6 weeks without a binge. 6 weeks without a soda. 6 weeks without eating fast food. 6 weeks without ordering a pizza. And if you would have told me that 6 weeks ago, I would have told you you're funny fucked in the head. I would have talked about it, but I would have never said I could do it. And it's paying off. And I'm thanking the stars for Tyson. I'm thanking the stars for Omar for introducing him to me. And I'm thanking gods for Sue. And, I'm thanking the gods for the day that the tears actually fall. Because I want them to. Because I need to refresh. And I need to live my life. And I've had to let a lot of stuff go. But it's for the best. Because each day is a new day. And I'm ready and willing to fight this fight. And we're going to do this, and the tower's closer. I just,